session. Today there will be no guest star, only me and myself. And I will only discuss the questions that always pop up in the comment sections, like when will you discuss the difference in language between man and woman? Does a woman speak more than a man? Does a woman have a secret language? Dude, what? Seriously? I'm a woman, babe, but yeah, it's okay. Because this is such an interesting topic for me. Well, I think I will give such an information for you. Well, now let's get started. Okay, I will give you one interesting video related to your questions. The title is "Do men and women speak a different language?" from Kit Welslin. I think after this I will give the link in the video, the link to the description box, and then in the video they said that women talk differently from men, and I agree with their statement, because in the sociolinguistics, language and gender have a very close relationships. Contrast the divergence between males and females affect their different language styles and topics of every conversations. Well, now we will discuss more deeply of the area of sociolinguistics. According to Lakoff, there are 9 linguistic features of female language, such as H and fillers, tag questions, superpolite forms, precise color terms, avoid coerce, vernacular forms, and emphasis stress, and the last one is hypercorrect grammar. Now I will give an explanation of them. The first is H or fillers. Is a pause that shaped a phrase contained in the sentence of the conversations to fill the brief pause. Information that is not fully accurate, lack of confidence, doubt, and confusions that is defined as meaningless particles such as oh, and wait, and yeah, something like that. Then the sort of tag questions. In one such situations is when the speaker is making small talk, trying to elicit a conversation from addresses. It means that sometimes they use the question tags in the cases when the speaker and the recipients already know the answer, and they do not any more answer from the other person. And women use super polite forms when they say something. For example, saying please and thank you. And then women had their own words to describe the color words. It's called precise color terms. Women have many color vocabulary. For example, purple. Women use lavender or mauve. Yeah, something like that. And some of the adjectives are natural as to the sex of the speaker. Either man and woman may use them. But another set seems, in its figurative use, to be largely confined to women's speech. Women like to use many adjectives such as adorable, beautiful, charming, lovely, fantastic, and so on. And then women also use oh dear, oh my god in their conversation. it is called avoid coarsely. And then the women use the firm emphasis their rise of their intonations, like what a beautiful dress. And the next is the vernacular form. It's the first language learned by people in multilingual communities. And Lakoff states that women are not supposed to talk rough. On the other hand, women should speak smoothly and then use the standard verb form on their speech, and making the sentence sounds more polite. That is that. Okay, now we are moving to the men's futures language. The first is minimal response. This is also known as a back channel. This includes terms such as yeah, and right. Men tend to use this term to assert dominance. The second is command and directives. Men tend to use explicit commands, especially when they were in the same-sex groups. For example, give me, gonna, and gotta, something like that. The third one is swearing and taboo language. There is a whispered belief that men used more swear than women. And then the fourth is compliments. Research shows that men tend to compliment each other based on skill and possessions. The fifth is the thing. Men and men are in the same group. Conversations sometimes talk about current affairs, travels, and sports. And the last is questions. Men ask the questions to gain the informations to each other. It has a different pattern to women, who sometimes use a question text to ask questions. They ask the question directly, so they can understand more and more. So the conclusion is, apart from the difference in background and sex, women and men have very different language features, and that is why women and men speak differently. And I hope you guys get more insight about women's and men's language. That is all, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe these education channels. Goodbye!